Raiders let go of Antonio Pierce's darling player to get a $180 million quarterback. He was a starter this season but was inconsistent, and it wouldn't be crazy for the Raiders to trade this player. The real madness would be signing this quarterback who, in addition to having a terrible year, also doesn't please a good part of the Raiders fans. The Las Vegas Raiders are in the midst of a major rebuild, seeking a head coach, general manager, and quarterback this offseason. With the team holding the number 6 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, their options for securing a top-tier quarterback are limited in what many analysts view as a weak quarterback class. If drafting a premier rookie is off the table, the Raiders might turn to a veteran quarterback as a stopgap solution. Maurice Moton of Bleacher Report proposed a trade scenario that would send Raiders cornerback Jack Jones and a 2025 fourth-round pick to the Atlanta Falcons in exchange for quarterback Kirk Cousins. In Las Vegas, Cousins could start for 2 to 3 years as the bridge gap signal caller while the coaching staff develops a younger talent in a reserve role, Moton wrote. With the Raiders unlikely to draft Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, Cousins could feel confident he would start for at least one full season over Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, or a potential Day 2 rookie quarterback. Cousins is coming off one of the most challenging seasons of his career, throwing a career-high 16 interceptions before being benched by the Falcons. This occurred just months after Atlanta signed him to a 4-year, $180 million contract. Any deal for Cousins would require Atlanta to retain a significant portion of his contract, or else the Raiders would need significant draft compensation to justify taking on the cap hit. Meanwhile, Jack Jones has been a starting cornerback for the Raiders but has struggled with consistency. His close ties to recently fired head coach Antonio Pierce may limit his role under a new regime, making him expendable in trade discussions. Packaging Jones and a mid-round pick for a starting quarterback could be a low-risk, high-reward move to Las Vegas. Despite his recent struggles, Cousins would still represent an upgrade over the Raiders' current options. With O'Connell, Minshew, and a potential rookie quarterback as alternatives, Cousins' experience and leadership could provide stability during a transitional period. If Cousins is not the answer, the Raiders have a few other veteran options. Sam Darnold, Minnesota Vikings. Darnold has revitalized his career in Minnesota and could hit free agency unless the Vikings sign him to a long-term deal. J.J. McCarthy, Minnesota Vikings. If the Vikings commit to Darnold, McCarthy could become a trade target. The young quarterback has shown promise, but he remains unproven after a rookie season hampered by injury. In the draft, the Raiders will likely be out of reach for top quarterback prospects Shedeur Sanders, Colorado, and Cam Ward, Miami, unless they trade up. With limited options in the draft, pursuing a veteran like Cousins answers may be the most practical solution to bridge the gap while the team searches for its long-term at quarterback. The Raiders' approach to their quarterback situation will heavily influence their ability to rebuild quickly and compete in the AFC West, one of the league's toughest divisions. Whether they opt for a veteran like Cousins or gamble on a young prospect, their decision will set the tone for the franchise's future.